suspects the city has been keeping a 50-year-old secret.
The Zella Price story is causing women to come forward questioning whether they were lied to when told their babies died at Homer G. Phillips Hospital.
All sparked by her moving reunion with the daughter she thought had died 5 decades ago.
You can't tell me that one child who miraculously shows up 50 years later was the full extent and scope of the exploitation that was in place.
How many women would you guess have contacted you?
We're approaching 150 women with credible stories.
After zeroing in on those stories, Watkins goes on to make a raging allegation, brazenly pointing the finger at that hospital, Homer G. Phillips.
The place to buy was Homer G, and babies were being sold out of the parking lot. It was pay for play, cash on delivery.
And Watkins is ready to take on the city, one battered and reeling from the unrest in nearby Ferguson.
I can hold her baby up, Exhibit A, and you tell me a jury in the city of St. Louis gonna listen to this gospel singer that everybody knows and look at this beautiful baby Diana. They're gonna give her the arch, the stadium, they'll give her the damn state. This is wrong, and we owe it to every one of these women.
So many women who have come out of the woodwork in the wake of publicity brought on by Zella's case.
They want to know if a St. Louis hospital stole their newborns and sold them.
The day we visited Watkins' office, here's the scene we found. One anxious woman after another, all with the same searing question. Could my child still be alive? As these women began to file in here, what kinds of emotions did you see?
They weren't here to garner sympathy or tears from some skinny little white attorney from the suburbs. They were here to get answers.
How many of you delivered children at Homer G. Phillips? Did any of you ever give up this feeling inside that maybe your baby might be alive? Never?
And it's been difficulty for me because I didn't get a chance to take and see my baby walk for the first time. I did not get a chance to take her to school for the first day. And they just took my baby. And I want my baby back. They have opened up wounds.
Otha Brand was just 15 at the time she gave birth, and like Zella says, she never held her baby in her arms.
You know, when a mother holds a child, there's contact. And I might have started questioning some things, maybe if I'd have held that child.
63-year-old Jacqueline Butler, a nanny for most of her life because of her love for babies, says hospital staff made up excuses to prevent her from seeing hers.
I was told you can't see her, you have a cold. And I would say, no, I don't have a cold, I want to see my baby.
I kept begging to see her. Finally, they came back and said that she had died 3 days afterwards, and I had been there 10, and no one had said anything.
No one came in to tell you?
No.
How many of you think you might get some answers?
What's up, y'all? What y'all think about this? I know this is probably an older story, but when I saw it on TikTok, I had to comment on it. See, you'll have apologists, black apologists. I could understand white apologists saying that we're not the Israelites. I could understand that. I could turn a blind eye to that. But when you have black apologists saying that these curses in Deuteronomy 28:68 don't fit, black people living here in America, there's a judgment. There's a judgment, a special judgment waiting for you. You see, because Christ said if you harm one of these little ones, it would be better, if you put a millstone around your neck and jump in the ocean. That's what Messiah said. You see, you apologists, you offend a lot of God's little ones. So this hospital, and it's not the only hospital, this hospital has been taking black children little black babies and selling them, in the parking lots. Come around the back of the building and we got a little baby for you. We got a baby for you. You see? How much do you think they were paying for these children? 10,000, 50,000? How much do you think this hospital is making, selling our children? You see, and who do you think they were selling them to? They weren't selling them to black families, you see. But this wasn't the only hospital doing it, and they're still doing it today. I guarantee you, they're still doing this, you see. But you apologists say these curses don't fit us, Stop playing the victim, you see. So when you go to the book of Deuteronomy, it tells you in chapter 28 that your children will be given to another people. That was a curse that was on God's children, That was a curse on God's children. That wasn't on all nations. That was on his children only. Let's read it. All right, y'all. We in the book of Deuteronomy. This is chapter 28. Chapter 28. Let's go to verse 32. It says, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand." See, Most High says, your sons and daughters shall be given to another people. You see, this hospital was taking newborn babies. The moms never got a chance to see the baby and sold them. Now, we're not going to ask why, why didn't the parents ask to see the body or, because the devil is a deceiver. You see, I know what some of y'all thinking. You see, the devil is a deceiver. So when the doctor or the nurse practitioner comes in the room and says, your child is gone, they already have the child sold. You see, the parent, you 15 years old, you're not going to be in your right mind and say, hey, where's the body? They tell you anything. You say, oh, the baby didn't look right, or it was deformed. It's not okay for you to see the baby in this condition. They tell you anything. The devil is a deceiver. So it says you will not have any might in your hand, meaning you won't have the power or the authority to tell the doctor or the nurse, hey, I still would want to see this child, So this is a curse that was put on God's people. No one else. No one else. You have apologists today, you black apologists saying, oh, you never was in slavery. These curses don't fit you. This still happens today. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 28:46, because a black apologist, an urban apologist might tell you, hey, stop playing the victim. That's a victim mentality. You see, you live in a good country. You have a good job. But God says in verse 46, it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Meaning these curses are still here amongst his people to show who his people are. So never let a black apologist tell you that these curses don't fit you, that you're not the chosen people of the book. Shalom.